skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul, seal your doom tonight. Spooky, scary skeletons speak with such a screech. You'll shake and shudder in surprise when you hear these zombies shriek.
I'm scary, bro. Yeah.
So I'm here with Steve Harrington. So I figured intro conversation just loosely to start with. We just saw Get Out, which is a new horror film. I mean, so I guess we can talk about it for a second. You liked Get Out. I liked Get Out.
It was cute.
Yeah, what did you think?
Some fucking...
All right. I can't have that.
Oh!
That's racism. I'm regretting this.
Oh!
So, you guys done eating yet?
No.
Just the crinkles. Yeah, it's ice cream and it's like 20 degrees outside. This is Lots of Pasta. We're doing another triple sesh today, and here with that's a heavy sigh from Harold Heavy Hands,
aka Rocky.
I mean, you've just become something else. You've evolved like Stephen Amell. Something else. And the other person I'm here with, Terry the Tickler, but I mean
Stu from Rugrats.
What are you doing up in 4 a.m?
I've lost control of my life.
Yeah, haven't we all? Yeah.
Oh,
so
no, it's making pudding for Angelica.
No, I know, but it's
And then I've lost control of my life.
yeah, making pudding for Angelica. Why are you making pudding for Angelica at 3 o'clock in the morning? Because I've lost control of my life.
No.
So this is Lots of Pasta.
What's
this is
the issue with airplane eats?
I mean, you can say that. It's a parody of it. This podcast isn't about creepypastas anymore.
This is Lots of This is Lots of Pasta. And
Let's cool it with the anti-Semitic remarks.
This is we read creepypastas.
So we saw a movie today.
God fuck.
I thought we were gonna restart it. That's why. Harold Heavy Hands. What was the movie about?
It was about...
No, don't ask him.
The movie was good. We'll get back to that point. Get Out was good.
Get Out was good. Get Out is definitely up there as a sleeper hit horror of 2017. I think it's gonna have that value when it's done.
Huge long build up to just a crazy ending that doesn't stop.
It's a slow burner. I would like to think that a lot of the guesses we were making as the movie went on were proven false, so the twists were worth it. We did notice
we noticed guesses, but the guesses turned into more.
No, they just kept changing, and that's good. That shows good movie making, and specifically in today's the thing with society and movie culture now is that we're not surprised as an audience. That's why M. Night was so good 20 years ago. That's why we're unsurprised by horror films sucking lately. You know, it seems like whenever anyone changes the game, it's only because they've done something new. What do you mean
horror movies sucking lately? Rings, dude.
Because it did so well.
It's out?
Yeah. And it has gotten terrible reviews.
Oh shit. The Ring has come and gone.
But the thing is before IMDb closed their boards, I'm not sure if you guys knew about that. One of the last things I remember looking at was reasons why people thought Rings sucked. And it was just this movie was supposed to be something else, and they just made it the next Insidious Paranormal Activity garbage. And that is the worst serialized continuation of a series ever.
I'm kind of surprised there's not a Paranormal Activity.
I remember I brought up I saw Cure for Wellness this week, and I was just Gore Verbinski made the first Ring American, and that's why Cure for Wellness was so good. But the Ring's equals, they've just constantly gone downhill.
Got him.
Technically, I should have said Doubt a Well, right?
Hit him again.
Hey, it's your boy here, Stu from Rugrats. Just to point that
Stop
out.
saying that.
It's your boy.
Nickelodeon's just gonna be like, you're shut down.
It's your boy, Drew Carey.
Might even be worse saying that. I think you've started both of your other episodes off with at least a short movie pitch.
It's time for Harold's heavy pitch.
Tagging it, we'll get some baseball music.
Oh, could it be like Harold's Heavy Hitters?
Dicks.
Wait.
It's supposed to be charge. But you just kind of went, so I mean, it's good.
But you're the one that sat and said dicks.
I know, because I don't know sports.
Okay, I guess.
All
I guess
right.
that makes some sense.
So, are you ready to help me out with this one?
Yeah, let's...
Okay, so it's centered around this garbage man cast as
I don't know, dude. Jeff Goldblum.
Yo, I'd watch that movie.
Jeff Gulp. He's driving. He's driving the garbage truck.
Hey, dinosaurs on dinosaur ride.
He's got a runner. You know, the guy that gets off the truck and tosses the garbage in the truck,
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
crushes it up.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Levitt's doing that.
Sounds
okay.
like a cool garbage truck right now.
All right, so it's a sunny day. Birds are chirping.
Yeah.
Levitt gets hit by a fucking truck.
Whoa.
A garbage truck?
No, dude,
Let him continue.
just let me go.
Yeah, please. Continue.
All right, so Levitt's dead.
Wow.
You got hit by a truck.
He got-
Now, do we need to know who's driving the truck?
No,
Okay. Just making sure.
not right now.
Oh, shit. Oh, I'm just not gonna move him over.
Goldblum shows up to work the next day. Levitt's there. He's not there. Goldblum's like, yeah, all right.
Okay.
How are you,
Like, where's this going then?
How are you back from the dead?
No, he doesn't really care. They just go on. They go to work.
Well, I'm glad to have you back.
Garbage in the truck. Levitt up the truck. Levitt put garbage in truck. Levitt gets hit by another truck.
Again?
Again.
Is this like a deja vu thing?
Deja vu. You've never heard that song before?
It's like a DDR song.
Deja vu. Never been in this place before. Higher than this. Levitt's dead again.
Again? Okay, he's dead.
Yeah.
Like, for real?
But
Yeah,
this time, yeah.
Yeah, he's dead for good now.
Okay.
Alright.
So they get a new runner.
Probably Danny McBride, maybe.
Danny McBride is running. He's a dirty motherfucker. Goldblum, he finds out that Gordon Levitt's wife and family aren't doing so well anymore.
Because they don't have
His
to-
wife
Elizabeth Banks.
is his boy child.
Lucas from Stranger Things.
Okay, that's fine.
The little black kid.
Yeah, with white parents.
so his-
Specifically white parents.
So his mom was, Elizabeth
Jesus
Banks. And Joseph Gordon-Levitt's dead now.
So Goldblum falls in love with the wife,
Okay.
marries the wife.
Wow, that was quick.
I feel like I've seen this before in a Lifetime movie.
Okay, but please continue.
I'm just saying, that's totally a Lifetime movie plot.
All right, but this is your Lifetime movie plot. See this coming?
Hold the fucking phone here.
He's on the edge of his seat.
How about that? No, it's not.
No, I just adjusted my
No,
seat.
you are.
There's another kid
Wait, what?
Or he's
that they
there.
hide away
Did they hide away?
Like a
because
reject?
he's like reptilian.
From the subterranean?
He's in the basement.
Taylor Lautner's in
Taylor
the basement.
Lautner is the
Holy
reptilian
shit.
kid. Jeff Goldblum gets a great job as a news reporter. Yeah, he becomes a news reporter.
I think you need to tie the plot up now with some kind of finale effort.
He meets God, and God's like, "You can't handle my job," so gives him,
His powers being a
powers.
straight white male.
which is everything except free will. So he cures the one kid by making him reptilian.
Wait, what? Wait,
making
making who
by making
reptilian?
The other boy, that's fine.
So he just matches them up?
But that
Yeah,
why wouldn't he
'cause
just turn him normal?
No, because the kid's got a bond over something. Now they're both.
Doesn't make any sense. If he can
Something.
cure the reptile kid, then cure the reptile kid.
Oh my god.
I don't like where this is
He's
headed.
taking an out of the box approach, and
Is
it
that-
works.
And that's the
And
end.
it works, and he becomes a great
I don't
news
feel like
reporter.
we're at the
And
end
then
yet.
at the end, he's like in front of a mountain. He's like, "That's how the cookie crumbles."
That's how the cookie crumbles. Ha ha ha. Dinosaurs.
That's it.
No, that's it. And honest and frankly, we need to move forward from this point.
Let me recap it in like 2 minutes now.
We're at 20 minutes.
We're gonna do a 2-minute.
We're at 20 fucking minutes. Like last time, we need to continue.
We're gonna do a 2-minute recap.
Can't go back.
2-minute recap. So, Jeff Goldblum works as a dump truck driver. He has Joseph Gordon-Levitt as the guy on the back.
He's jumping.
He jumps off, gets some trash, gets hit by a truck. You think he's dead. Next day at work, he's there. And he's like, oh, I wasn't dead, dude. It kind of like, I'm
it's
assuming...
like a deja vu.
Deja vu.
I've been this before.
Had to come back.
So, like, I'm assuming, too, like, it's kind of like a Bugs Bunny sense or, like, a cartoon sense. Joseph Gordon-Levitt stuck to the front of the grill, like, oh, no, not again.
But all the same is dead.
So the second day comes in.
Turned into it.
Jeff Goldblum pulls up to get some trash. Jordan Gordon-Levitt jumps off and gets hit by another truck. This time is dead.
Yeah.
So he meets Elizabeth Banks, Jordan Gordon-Levitt's ex-wife, widow, and his son Lucas from Stranger Things.
Which we don't know the actor's name. He's just small
And
black
then
child.
Taylor Lautner, reptilian child. He discovers him down the road,
the
though, I'm
basement.
assuming, because like Paul Rubens becomes his new dumper person on the back of the dump truck.
Dumper.
He finds Lizard Boy,
Move forward.
and then I'm moving forward by finishing it. Meets Lizard Boy, some shit goes down. He becomes a news reporter, and then meets God. Don't know how. Cast as Dick Van Dyke, and then he's just like, "You can't handle it, dude, but I'll let you do it, and free will or some shit." Comes back down and turns the normal boy into a lizard boy. So him and his lizard boy brother could bond. And that ends the film.
You know what? That sounded better than, like, all of American Horror Story.
Moving forward.
Moving forward. So we saw a movie today.
I fucking hate you.
He can cut out a lot of this, though. I mean,
We should probably
good
start
enough.
reading some fucking stories, right?
Maybe.
Well, I got Gjoberdik for you.
me.
Yeah. You want to read Gjoberdik?
I'm glad you said it first because I have no idea how to
Yeah,
pronounce
no. Last podcast does this one, I think.
it. Gjoberdik by TOST. In Gjoberdik. I feel like that's how it should be said.
Then say it.
Gjoberdik.
Say it however the fuck you want to say it then.
In Gjoberdik, a small fisherman's village in the country of Bulgaria. On the dawn of January the 1st, everyone closes their curtains and holds their breath for a half minute. Hours after the craze of midnight celebrations, children look questioning at their worried parents, but cannot help to shiver in the embrace of their shaking parents.
It's not the best written.
Yeah, no. One can hear the sound of bells being struck exactly 25 times last year in this short time span. The nearest church, however, is over 32 miles away. You will find no one out on the streets in these faithful 30 seconds, and even the birds will stop whistling. Some have gone out of their homes, roaring boldly in disbelief of this century-old tradition. On the first sunset of this year, 2 people gambled their fate in the very first rays of sunlight. The next dawn, the bells will be struck 27 times.
That's gonna sound really good. I liked that story. I thought it's kind of weird and nuts, you know? That this town in Bulgaria just has this, like, 30-second trip. So is it, like, monsters? Is it ghosts? Is it some kind of weird, you know, like, old-school cult kind of thing? Who knows? That's what I like about this story.
Yeah.
Gjoberdik.
Gjoberdik. It's Gjoberdik.
You said it better, I guess.
Gangbanger.
Doppelgänger.
Gangbang. You know, it's actually pronounced doppelganger.
You know you're full of shit.
The bell. It will gong 27 times. The gonger.
No, but in all honesty,
Used to Doppelgänger.
the German pronunciation is doppelganger.
I'm sure.
I'm losing it anyways.
It's okay, you have
all right.
That's all that matters.
This story is called Doppelgänger Toast. Legend has it that if you come face to face with your doppelganger It's an omen or warning of death for both you and your twin. Because of this, if you see a replica of yourself, run for your life. Run for your life. If you keep seeing your doppelganger, chances are that your days are numbered because you'll soon see your demise. There are many stories regarding encounters with doppelgangers, none of them pleasant. Often a person does not actually see their own doppelganger, but someone else does. Can you be two places at once? No. But it's a very strange feeling when someone who knows you very well insists that they saw you just 30 minutes ago.
I've had stuff like that.
And you are nowhere in the vicinity. Imagine this happening time and time again and you'll soon go insane. Hence, the myth that a doppelganger will precede the arrival of the real person. Many stories explaining their experiences with these apparitions have this in common. Perhaps he's one step ahead of you. Man, you know what that sounds like? Sounds like Deja. Deja vu.
You're really good.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What do you think of that story?
It was alright.
I like that.
Oddly enough,
I like the
story
I like the
read.
kind of realness of the story so far.
A lot of toast.
Yeah, I think we're gonna continue with Toast. They're good. This one is a silent warning, also from Toast.
What's TOST stand for again?
The other side.
Hello from the other side.
Forests are never silent. That's the first thing you learn.
Forest
whenever
are
you.
never silent.
But I was in Star Wars. Forests are never silent. That's the first thing you learn whenever you go out camping or hiking or anything else where you might have to pass through or live in a forest. Forests aren't silent for good reason. They teem with life, birds, insects, small animals, and that's just the life that makes noises. Trees, grass, bacteria. This, of course, is no secret. I hear bacteria. One forest somewhere just northeast of Manchester, England, is totally silent. People drive past it millions of times per year, but from their car they can't notice the lack of sound. Every now and then, someone will look at the forest and they just sit in traffic convinced that they saw something, but nobody has ever actually seen it. When the Romans settled and established Manchester, the forest was still there. Sentries and soldiers would sometimes skip their duties to go to the forest and simply never be seen again.
Is this Manchester by the sea?
Sometimes raped women would flee from the town into the forest screaming in terror, only for the soldiers to come to halt at its edges and hear her screams stop abruptly as if she suddenly lost her voice. Rumors of the forest in Manchester were so rife that at one point Rome sent priests and elite soldiers into the forest to exorcise it. Blood-stained armor, robes, and a single perfect human eye was found outside Manchester the next morning, somehow having been placed despite the sentries and the night guard, and placed soundlessly at that. Rumor also has it that it likes to move sometimes. The road nearby gives it ample options for doing so, which is probably why nobody has ever heard of it. It was probably called a myth. A scout party sent in while it was away and coming out with nothing, and it was forgotten. But it always returns to its home sooner or later in Manchester. Ultimately, one thing you must always remember, intrepid traveler, strong-legged hiker, or capable climber, if you ever find yourself in a forest and it becomes totally silent, do not under any circumstances move.
The Column of North America by Toast. In 1653, Spanish explorers found the ruins of what appeared to be a Mesoamerican step pyramid in what is modern South Carolina. Though the site was far beyond the borders of any known American indigenous populations, it was also of a smaller size than existing Mesoamerican structures and bore an unrecognized form of glyphic decoration. Local natives were unfamiliar with the structure but knew nothing about it. The Spaniards sought to disassemble the building as a heathen relic and did so brick by brick, salvaging the materials to construct their own nearby settlement. Deconstruction halted, however, when one brick was uncovered at the core of the structure, carved entirely out of black glass. The stone, approximately 2 feet by 3, was impossible to move or even budge by any man or animal. Attempts were made to dig the stone out from beneath, but excavation revealed that it extended indefinitely into the earth. In frustration, the captain of the explorers fired a glancing blow off of the surface of the stone. The obsidian block was undamaged, but moments after the blow had struck, it silently retracted downwards, sliding downward in a hole that quickly collapsed inward on itself, burying the retreating obsidian column. The Spaniards interpreted this as an evil omen and abandoned the site.
You read that very well. I'm proud of you.
I guess so.
That also kind of sounds nuts, because there's already, you know, like, Stonehenge and, like, Easter Island and, like, the monolith, essentially. You know, that's kind of, like, already legend in the world. So that's kind of weird, you know?
Yeah.
Some kind of omniscient alien stone.
Yeah.
I don't really care if it's in there too much. When using it, it's funny when you look at certain people's profiles, because they'll have like a name of a website on them. And this girl's got FWB World, or Friends with Benefits World.
Yeah.
It's hilarious because they always have a really good like saying inside, and it says at Friends with Benefit World, ass eating is always on the menu.
Oh, great.
Sign me up. It's a joke.
Was there when I used to use Tinder, and every swipe right, I'd be like,
So one day he just sat there and he's just like, oh, she's not too bad.
I was like, that's a good one.
No, I remember that. I think I might have been there, or you might have told me about it. That was a long time
It was
ago.
just me and him, though. But you feel like you're there. That sounds like
Deja vu.
Deja vu.
That's gonna have to be the title of this episode.
Deja vu.
You want to read this, baby boy?
It's my turn to read next, so I guess I do.
Oh, is it? Remember, I'm the host. I decide who reads, bitch.
I don't give two shits.
The Backseat by Toast. One night.
I like how you just started taking it.
Yeah, I know.
You
That's
crazy
pretty
son
good.
of a bitch.
The back seat by Toast.
I like how I was keeping my
Kicking in the front seat, chilling in the back seat.
Get the fuck over here.
One night, a woman went out for drinks with her girlfriends.
Girl's trip.
She left the bar fairly late at night, got in her car, and onto the deserted highway. After a few minutes, she noticed a lone pair of headlights in a rearview mirror approaching at a pace just slightly quicker than hers. As the car pulled up behind her, she glanced and saw the turn signal on. The car was going to pass, when suddenly, it swerved back behind her, pulled up dangerously close to her tailgate, and brights flashed. Now she was getting nervous. The lights dimmed for a moment. And then the brights came back on, and the car behind her surged forward.
You know the twist.
Maybe I do, maybe I don't. The frightened woman struggled to keep her eyes on the road and fought the urge to look at the car behind her. Finally, her exit approached, but the car continued to follow, flashing the brights periodically.
Dude, I love this story.
Though every stoplight and turn, it followed her until she pulled into her driveway. She figured her only hope was to make a mad dash in the house and call the police. As she flew from the car, so did the driver of the car behind her, and he screamed, locked the door, and called the police, called 911. When the police arrived, the horrible truth was finally revealed to the woman. The man in the car had been trying to save her. As he pulled up behind her and his headlights illuminated her car, he saw the silhouette of a man with a butcher knife rising up from the back seat to stab her. So he flashed his brights, and the figure crouched back down.
Alright, so this one caught my eye. It's kind of like a rhyme or some kind of sing-songy kind of thing. It's called Within the Fog
by Toast.
by Tost. She walks the streets on a foggy night with a hood on her head to hide from sight. Her story starts one summer's eve beside the lake, an evil deed. A thief stole her daughter's life and filled her soul with pain and strife. On a moonlit night along the shore, two young lovers walked and more. In each other's arms that night, they talked of love and held on tight. In the morning, they were found, their hands and feet with rope were bound, eyes wide open, a vacant stare. Their souls are gone and no one's there. The police did search for the one, an evil deed to be undone. In vain they searched to no avail, their efforts weak, lost, and pale. A mother's heart, broken and splayed, a debt to justice went unpaid. She walked the streets at night alone, to make the sinners pay and atone. She searched the shores by day and night, a vain attempt to make things right, and then one early morning dawn, she was found her spirit gone. On a foggy night's times untold, she walked the streets dark and bold. She only walks the streets at night within the fog to hide her flight. All clad in black, she walks alone, an evil soul shall make atone. She walks among the starless night, sometimes seen beneath the bright streetlight. All children know to be aware, lest they see her standing there. They hurry home at the approach of night, sure they would die at her sight. So in the night, if you should see a woman in black, listen to me. Look not at her face, I say, or with your soul you shall pay. Kind of reminds me of like a Victorian, like 1-2 Freddy's Coming For You.
What was that?
Because Woman in Black was very much like a mythic kind of thing in London. That's like why the
What
movie
was that
is based.
terrible movie with Daniel Radcliffe? Wasn't that called?
That's Woman in Black.
Woman in Black.
It's like an omen. It's
That
like an
kind of
omen.
just sounded
an
like
omen myth.
that like website that with the like Japanese comic on it.
Shit, yeah. I mean, not quite as that one's a little bit more poetic.
Fuck that shit.
Come on, dude. Have you read it? Just read the first line.
I did.
You want to read this? Or just
I don't know if I'll
should we
do
save
it.
it for him.
I don't know if I'll do it justice.
All right, I'll save it for him then. Because he'll probably nail it
He'll
out the
nail
park.
it. He got it.
We
got
found
that,
the
no
perfect
problem.
Joel pasta for it. I'm just imagining it now. You now have a lot of expectation to live up to when you read that.
Can't wait.
You have to just type it up. Yeah.
And this one is making fun of a lot of like found computer files and shit. This one's .exe. It's basically saying one of those lost extension. It's making fun of that shit. Take it away.
This one's called One Day I Went to a Yard Sale.
No, it's called .exe.
No. Then why is that bold?
That's just the name.
This one's called .exe. One day, I went to a yard sale in the middle of fucking nowhere. I wanted to buy a laptop, so I had no fucking clue what I was doing at the yard sale. I went and talked to an old lady behind the yard sale and told her, well, suppose you have any computers for sale, Terp? And she replied, actually, yes I do, and you can have some free cat face. It's about here when I started to get chills down my spine. So I turned around and looked at my back and said, you're not supposed to get chilies yet. Is that chilies or chills?
It's chills.
Okay.
I like chilies though.
Okay. Just keep that. It's later in the fucking story. So after that, my chills went away. Anyway, back to the story. So the lady gave a very new looking computer, which I was surprised to see this was a yard sale. So I took the laptop off the lady and she gave me a blue mouse, which I had no brand. This made me shit bricks. After I got home somehow, I rushed up to my room to get this fucking thing up. What you are about to hear next is going to be extremely disturbing and not for the faint of heart. As soon as I turned on that power button, first thing I saw made me instantly regret ever getting that laptop from the lady. The computer was beginning to set itself up, and oh shit! I should have said what I saw, my mistake. What I saw was that this laptop had fucking Windows 8. Windows 8! You know how shit that thing is? I couldn't take it anymore. I thought I needed some sleep, so I went to bed. After a shitty night of nightmares, I finally found the laptop had set itself up, which was strange. I never filled out any information or anything. So I went to the laptop and found out that my account name was 666. I instantly had a face on when this happened. That's like the only way I can describe it.
I mean, it's the dash underscore dash. I like the noise though.
Something caught my eye, however. In the top right hand corner it said, .exe has finished downloading. I never downloaded anything, I thought. So after an hour of trying to load this up, I managed to get it to load. And as soon as it loaded, my laptop went to shit. Pictures of dead babies came up, as well as rape victims, mutilated bodies, dead animals, and even a picture of that Jeff guy. My name is Thea. My computer went red and black text appeared on the screen, stating, "Look behind you. Cat face." So I did, and there was a little girl with no eyes, and she was bleeding realistic blood. Oh wait, this is real life. So after that, she walked toward me and killed me, and that's the end of .exe. Wait, how am I able to write this if I'm dead? Oh shit.
That's great. You
Oh god, I'm so ready for this.
You need to read this. You need to read this, and you need to read this well, sir.
Oh,
You got a lot riding
It's gonna be
on
a
this.
treat for us all.
All right.
So good.
I have to put the mic like back there though.
The research in.
You can't laugh. You can't laugh. It ruins the joke. You need to do this as straight faced as possible. It's gonna be the first line, and he's gonna crack up.
He needs to take a step.
Is that an e-cig? Whoa, you're cool.
Yeah, dude, I smoke Marlboro cigarettes.
even vape, you idiot?
This is Hotline Miami 3. The right number. Toilet paper 2.
There you go.
Alright, listen up, dickweeds. Because I'm about to tell you a story about the scariest load of shit that ever penetrated.
I knew you couldn't get through the first line.
From the top.
Oh,
the top.
oh, damn.
Every time you laugh, you just gotta start over.
That's a lot, dude.
Be a lot.
I'm just gonna give it a quick read. I'm giving it a quick read.
Just get through the paragraphs, and you only have to start at the paragraph.
Alright, listen up, dickweeds, because I'm about to tell you a story about the scariest load of shit that ever penetrated my brain's butthole twice at once. So I was at home watching some pretty shitty hentai about Dorito-chan getting super banged by Mountain Dew Gun in the mouth teeth. Suddenly, I got an email from my only friend who was a disgusting furry sonic shit. And also, he was gay. So nobody likes him. Not even me. Hey, motherfucker. I was walking around and stalking the neighborhood cat when I found this dick skit. But only after getting my ass ripped apart by sex offender Shrek in the bite of 1969. Don't play it. You'll come yourself in a coma or some shit. Even now, I'm drowning my own dude fluid. Don't fucking do it, ain't I? Dude fluid. I never thought about that.
Oh.
That's fucking great. Obviously, I didn't want to listen to this retarded cucklord. I bet he looked like Patrick with a fucking shitty comb over my now. So I put in the floppy disk into my wrecked pussy compuncher. Oh yeah, this is Happabin. When the game booted up, I saw a file called I Can't Believe You Done This.exe, which was so scary. I was forced into rehabilitation for several eons before I was finally able to play the game. When I did, it showed me a hyper-realistic image of a chicken mask with the title Hotline Miami 3, the right number. The chicken mask looked so real, it was like you could touch the feathers, and when I reached over, I could feel the feathery sweetness, and I came. When I finally started the game, I was launched directly into a level labeled the Pussy House, which was so deep and majestic, it rivaled that of Evangelion. Here, let me read it the way it's actually fucking... No, I'm reading the way it's spelled. E-Vag-Eggy-Ligon.
Yep.
Gaggy.
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 The level consisted of a door that led to a room, hardwood floor, and white walls. There was a man who had a gun. He shot me, and I was killed as copious amounts of love juice poured out of every orifice of my body. R to restart was placed with R to reap the butt. I wanted to reap the butt. I needed to reap the butt. I pressed R, and it cut to an image of a biker violently fucking a werewolf before giving it a hand job that could rival some $20 sloot from the street. Oh yeah, but right as I took off my pants and was ready to sanctum the beauty my eyes had beheld, the screen flashed to Richard on one of those tourney beds. Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me. where the words that escaped his central bird mouth before fucking Sam and Dean burst through the wall and shot him with a Shrek Zuka. Shrek Zuka is copyright Steven Galaxy 20XX, making him explode into tiny Supermans. Needless to say, I puked all over the floor and got on my super hard 50-foot Galaxy erection that managed to pierce the roof and the heavens. I instantly ejected the disc and snapped it in half, having shards fly all over the place in a fucking shrapnel anal anarchy. Multiple pieces landing in my eyes, making me the blindest motherfucker since Lily Satow, but twice as blind. After that day, I swore never to play video games or touch myself ever again. I even had my arms amputated. Eventually, the pain went away except for the butt pain, but that's a story for another monster of the week. I was at peace, in love, and shit. But then I was launched into space and killed by giant space octahedron Cthulhu. End. That was Hotline Miami 3, the right number.
You took that where it needed to go.
Yeah, I didn't have it in me.
He really didn't. And I don't feel like I would have done nearly as good a job.
My life is a shame.
This is why you were put on this earth. To read that.
I live in a hollow shit.
That's your legacy.
Sorry. Stu from Rugrats.
You get the Sad Hulk song. So this is gonna be the last story. It's another troll pasta. It's called monkey cloning.
Oh god.
No. Here, let me pitch this to you. You may have heard the old theory about an infinite number of monkeys with an infinite number of typewriters could type the complete works of Shakespeare. I've never heard that before in my entire fucking life. Well, here's the part you probably haven't heard. Someone actually tried to do this. Danish scientist Lars Hansen took this theory very seriously, as luck would have it. His job was monkey cloner at the University of Copenhagen. He had spent the last few days just cloning monkeys nonstop, knowing that monkey infinity would soon be arriving. This one, it's the one, he yelled excitedly to his assistant Noah. We have to go to the future. Oh my god, said Noah, his beautiful eyes widening. 3 it was, in front of them, monkey number infinity. Then the monkeys became self-aware and realized there were more than them than the humans. They decided that they would each kill one human, traveling around the globe, led by Monkey Infinity. Monkey Infinity gestured towards monkey number 289994 and 9011. Kill, Monkey Infinity said. And then Lars, human number 289994, and Noah, human 9011, were both dead. Monkey Infinity laughed with his satisfaction, knowing that he would never have to kill anyone himself, as there was no human infinity. So just remember, there's a monkey out there with your number on it. That ending really came back around.
Yeah,
It was kind of bullshit the entire time that I was reading it. I need to finish it with another one, because that just leaves a bad taste in my fucking mouth. This is the last troll pasta. I changed my mind. This one's called the Decapitated Head.
Cool, sounds good.
It's the other side, but it's a troll pasta. Jumping in front of a train is one of the most gruesome ways of dying because the damage that is inflicted on the body is enormous. One man killed himself by this very method, flinging himself from the platform into the rail when the train was just passing by the station. His limbs were torn to pieces, and as for his decapitated head, it flew and landed on the platform. Many people were there to witness this ghastly incident, and they were watching it with sheer shock and horror when suddenly the decapitated head opened its eyes and shouted, "This is not a show!"
Wait, really?
Yeah, that happened.
Okay.
Okay, well that's an episode. Right? Woo. You both look drained.
Yeah, dude.
It's like running a mile.
Yeah, a little bit.
He's doing his own, like, yeah, boy thing.
Oh, here we go, guys.
No.
We're gonna go for the longest yeah boy ever.
Nope. No. What did you think about this episode, Harold Heavy Hands?
You know, it was an episode. We all gave it our all. We're gonna all go home to our wives, and I'm going to Disney World.
What'd you think about this episode, Terry Tickler?
You know, there's some yeah boy.
I like that you gave up almost immediately. Yeah. It was a good joke, though. You had it. You deserved it.
I know.
Yeah. You worked for it, I guess.
Alright, so you're going to be Benedict Cumberbatch as Sherlock. I'm going to be Martin Freeman as Watson. And you're going to pretend like you're jumping off the roof.
Uh-huh.
And we're on, you know what I'm talking about. You're on the roof. We're on the phone. Where's your phone?
Alright, I got my phone.
Whoa, hold the phone.
Hey, Sherlock.
I feel like I've seen this before.
Yes.
Is this?
I'm going to jump off of this roof.
Don't jump.
I'm going to do it.
Don't jump.
Sherlock! I love you, Watson. Sherlock! I love you. You nailed it.
Have I seen
Did
this
you
before?
Were you in that?
Yeah.
It's almost like Deja vu.
Deja vu!
So I have this new thing. I'm starting it. I started it last episode. Instead of ending it with, like, thanks for listening,
We're saying kill yourself.
we're not saying that. We can't say that.
Alright, all together. 1, 2, 3. Kill yourself. Cool, nobody join me. I'm just gonna kill myself. In turn, at least somebody's dying. Oh, thanks, and you're welcome.
2 to the 1, 1 to the 3. I like good pussy and I like good trees. Smoke so much weed you wouldn't believe, and I get more ass than a toilet.